Hello everyone. In this particular lecture, we will be understanding key differences between command line arguments and standard inputs. So, what are command line arguments? Command line arguments are those arguments and those inputs which are fed to the program before it starts. Standard inputs are those inputs which are fed to the program during the program runs. That's the only difference. Let's understand with help of an example. So there are some basic examples already provided to us. Let's use them. One of them is command line ARGS. When you click that in visualizer, you can see a piece of code has been already pre-written for us. So what are ARGS? These particular arguments are provided when you run your code using command prompt or any terminal. So we predefined our input. So that particular input is been passed in form of an array in ARGS, where this is an integer, but you can see that the type of this array is string. That means, what is string? If you guys remember, a continuous characters embedded together in double quotes. At every index of this particular array, a string is there. This number internally is converted to a string. This number also is internally converted to string. Arguments array is of two sides, have two indexes, index 0 and index 1. ARGS is 1, 2, 3, 4 as a string format. We convert that string to an integer using integer.parseInt. So integer.parseInt converts a string to that respective integer. What we have to do? We pass the particular string in these brackets. So ARGS of 0 will be replaced with 1, 2, 3, 4 as a string. Arguments of 1 will be replaced with 99 as a string. And let's see how it is. So when you visualize execution, what happens is you go inside that class. Inside the class, you check for a static method. So you check the main method. That main method starts running. It is the entry point of the program. These two inputs are pre-fed. You can see the arguments array is already created and an array is provided, created, memory allocated. Memory has been given some address. That address is stored in ARGS variable. This particular array is of string type. You can see these two numbers, which were initially integers in the arguments, command line arguments, they are converted to strings. Now, I will access them from this array by converted the string to integer. You can see that. So A and B are integers. It converts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 99 from string to integer using integer.parseInt. You can get the sum, you can get product, you can get quotient, you can get remainder, and you can print them. So what you are doing, you take A. This is how you add a plus in between them so that relevant space is maintained. So 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever A. Then you add some space and plus and some space. So this is added. So when you have to print different data types or different variables together, you do that in form of string because string just takes everything all together. So this whole is a string in making. This is a whole string. This again is a whole string. Again, this is a whole string. And same, this is a whole string. They are printed all line by line. These are command line arguments. Let's understand what standard inputs are. As mentioned, they are provided when the program is running. Let's go back. There is a standard input given to us. Let's see. Here it is. So this is standard input demo. Some already code is written, predefined for us. So what is std out? Std out means you want to print something on the screen. Stdin means you are actually taking input in the console. So you can see some input has been written, 13, then space, then 3.4, then space, then my token, then space, then chars, then space, then rest, then space, then off, then space, then line. Then we move to the next line and write another line. Let's see how it works. I will explain each of the functions one by one. So there are two particular internal methods, std out and stdin. Uh, So when I dot write std out dot println, it will print something on the screen. And also So what I'm printing integer. Then I'm taking input. So stdin. So it goes here. Read int. So it is a stream of data. It is coming as a stream of data in a queue, you can say. So when you write read int, the one in the front, 13 will be read. Now, next line, we will read a double. Double is a particular decimal values. Now you move to the next line. You are gonna read a particular string. Stdin dot read string. It helps us read this particular string now. So you can see the part which has already been taken care of is being getting uh, removed from or like utilized. So we know now this much part of input we have to handle in stdin or like standard input. Now when I take character, character will be only the first part. This much only, the highlighted in the blue section. That much only will be read. Now we will read the remaining line. So here, this is also considered a character. That's why right now, if you go a step back here, you can see technically I was saying that this much part, a single character will be taken. So you can see until this much is covered and this much is the remaining part. In this particular highlighted blue section is also an empty character. Empty space, you can consider it as a character. Characters are in a single literal, not double quotes. Read the character. You can see even this is done. So you can see even space holds value. Now read again reading a character. So you can see once I write a character, it reads an empty space, one bit of space. And then I read a character, it will read this particular C. Now, reading line. So it will read the rest of the line. That is done. Now, I am checking stdin that is empty. I will see whether this is empty. No. Input is still left to be parsed. We haven't passed complete input. Hence, the output of this particular line will be false. So when you print empty, no, it is false. This is a simple difference between command line arguments and standard inputs. That's it for this lecture. See you guys in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye bye.